Every morning, Arman woke before the world did. No alarm, no noise, just a discipline that looked perfect, yet somehow made him invisible. He reached the office long before sunrise, walking through dark hallways where the lights were off and chairs sat empty, believing he was already ahead. Over the years, he worked harder than anyone else, finishing tasks early and never complaining. Yet promotions always seemed to pass him by quietly. Soon, new employees arrived, with less experience but louder voices, moving forward confidently while Arman stayed exactly where he was. At lunch, he sat alone in the corner, watching others laugh and plan their futures, while he told himself patiently that his time would come. Late nights became his new normal, surrounded by an empty office and cold lights, until he wondered if anyone would even notice if he stopped. One rainy night, as traffic lights blurred through his windshield, the rain outside felt much lighter than the heavy thoughts weighing him down. When he got home, only silence greeted him. No messages, no calls, and one question echoed quietly in his head. Am I? One evening, driven by a sudden impulse, he opened his laptop and typed out a resignation email, but then he stopped, staring at the screen. He closed the laptop and sat staring at the wall, as fear whispered louder than hope, convincing him to stay quiet for just one more day. The next morning, the rain poured again at a bus stop, where an old man sat beside him, looking completely calm and unbothered by the storm. "You're always early," the man said softly. "But tell me, what exactly are you waiting for?" And Arman found he had nothing. The man smiled gently and added, "Some people wait so long for the right moment that they end up missing their own life." That night, sleep wouldn't come as Arman replayed every moment he had stayed quiet and every chance he had let slip through his fingers. Morning arrived at the same time it always did, with the same routine, but inside of him, something felt fundamentally different. Later that day, in a meeting, his heart began to race and his hands shook, but he took a deep breath and finally spoke his mind. The room went dead quiet, and while not everyone agreed with him, for the first time in his career, Arman was truly seen. As the days passed, he spoke more, and even failed sometimes, but he no longer disappeared into the silence of the background. Late nights returned to his schedule, but this time they didn't stem from fear. They came with a renewed sense of purpose and direction. It wasn't total success yet, but it was movement, and he finally understood that movement changes everything. Slowly but surely, a quiet confidence began to replace his hesitation, growing not loudly, but he looked back and remembered the old Arman, the silent one who hid away, and felt a sharp, quiet pang of regret for that ghost. How much time did I lose just waiting? He wondered, and though the thought hurt, it also finally freed him from his past. Months later, he passed that same bus stop, and this time there was no rain, only the warmth of the sun on his face. Life still wasn't perfect by any means, but for the first time in a very long time, it felt honest and real. He finally understood a simple truth, that discipline without the courage to act is just another form of fear. Arman smiled, Not because he had arrived at the office early, but because he had finally arrived fully in his own life. If you ever feel invisible while others move ahead, remember this: hard work opens doors, but it is courage that makes people notice. If this story felt personal, stay connected and subscribe, because these stories don't just entertain, they are meant to wake you up.